Okay, 7 o'clock, I call the meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, pursuant to the Open Public Meeting Act, this meeting was advertised in the South Jersey Times and in the Sentinel. It was also posted in the municipal building and on the township webpage. Chris, if you could take roll, please.
Mr. Gaetano? Mr. Leo? Mr. Ketchum? Mr. Garofalo? Mr. DeSoto?
Yep.
Mr. Hamill?
Here.
Mr. Tarasco? Mr. Lacy?
Here.
And Graven?
Here. Okay, in the absence of Mr. Gaetano, the seat, Mr. Hammond tonight. Okay, minutes of the previous meeting, gentlemen? Is there a motion to-
I make a motion to approve.
Motion by Dan DeCesare, second by
I'll second. Oh, I definitely will second.
Andy Hamel. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, one abstention. Okay, we have two applications tonight. I just want to inform you that there are only 4 members here out of 7. You just need the majority of us up here, so you need 3 votes. Okay? And I guess you have the option to postpone if you'd like, when there's more members for the next meeting. You're going. Okay. All right, first on the agenda tonight is ZB 25-17, the name of Avis Builders.
Good evening, limited members of the board. My name is John Cosmo. I can represent Avis Builders LLC with regard to its application concerning 919 Little Mill Road. For the record, on the agenda, the block was written as 2509, it's actually 25.3, lot 19, which I believe comports with every other paper in the file.
We have 2503 on our paper.
Very good. I just happened to notice I went into a panic when I saw that it was a different lot. So anyway, just for the record, in case anyone in the audience is new. This is a relatively simple application. My client is the contract buyer of this subject property. Subject to obtaining a variance for the lot frontage.
So how about we swear in the applicant, and Mike, everything's in order with the...
Yes. Yes.
Raise your hand, please. Swear to tell the truth about the testimony you're going to give. Name and address, please, for the record.
Gregory Avis, 112 Branch Road, Stone Ridge.
Thank you.
This particular lot meets every bulk requirement in this particular zone, except lot frontage. Now, as you can see from the handout I just passed out, this is a picture of the tax map, Franklin Township. I'm directing your attention to block 2503, lot 19. I did circle the lot so you can see it. As you can see along Little Mill Road, there is an abundance of 100-foot lots. We're asking your variance, your approval of the variance, to approve this as a buildable lot with the 100-foot variance. As you see, lot 19 is a supersized lot, not compared to 22, of course, but compared to just about everything else there. And obviously, it fits the character of the neighborhood because almost everybody's got 100-foot front. And for the record, the 2 lots that are adjoining, lots 20 and 18, are also undersized per the zone. So obtaining, undersized regarding lot frontage. So obtaining land from either one of them just creates another variance. So that's why we really did not solicit land from either side. Mr. Avis, you agree with everything?
Are you building a house to sell, or are you building this house for yourself?
I'm probably gonna sell it.
How far back are you building now?
It says setback is 75. It does have wetlands in the property.
Oh, no,
I think
in the
it's
back.
only, yeah, 11 to the back. So that's a good delineation, but probably around 100, but
Your engineer was good enough to point that out in his review letter that it would still be subject to.
Yeah, he had some questions about that. Steve, why don't we go over your review for that? I know it's not,
Thank you, Chairman. Yeah, we did a report dated October 13, 2025. It basically says what Mr. Coslow has identified for you. It's a lot in the RA zone. It's much larger than the lot area that's required. This lot is 4.3 acres in size. It only needs to be 1.5 acres. It looks like it can meet all the other setbacks, except for a variance is required from 253-107B3 that says you need 150 feet of lot frontage, and there's 102.62. So that's the variance that's required and is being requested this evening. We heard testimony that additional frontage is not available to get from the adjoining lots, since they are undersized to begin with. The plans do show a wetlands buffer on it, a wetlands and a wetlands buffer. It's my understanding a DEP approval has not yet been granted on it, but they're really here just for a lot width variance, lot frontage variance.
but they would need that from the DEP?
They'll need that before they can pull a zoning permit, right? So if the DEP wetland comes that it's a lot closer to Little Mill Road and there's a 150-foot buffer and there's limited area to build, that may be another trip back to see us. But right now, the request, and they feel comfortable with this, the request is only for the lot frontage. That wetlands all has to be done and approved prior to applying for a zoning permit.
How about we open this up to the public?
I make a motion, we open the public.
Motion by Danny DeCesare, second by Richard Iglesias, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Is there anyone here from the public like to be heard regarding ZB 25-17? Avis Builders?
I make a motion to close the public.
Second.
Motion by Richard Iglesias, second by Danny DeCesare.
I make a motion to approve.
A second.
Mr. Hamel?
Yes.
Mr. Bugby?
Yeah.
Mr. Iglesias?
Yes.
Chairman Reason?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
That was a tough one.
Good one, David. Go on. Okay, that's ZB 25-18, named as Tenerelli and VanDongen. Is that right?
Sure.
No?
It's good enough.
Please come forward. Mike, all papers in order?
Yes.
Who's going to be testifying here, all of you?
Sure.
Okay, well, raise your right hand, all of you. You swear to tell the truth about testimony you're going to give. Name and address for the record, one at a time, please.
Amber VanDongen-Tenerelli, 117 Bentwood Drive, Malaga, New Jersey.
Jake Reed, Tenerelli Jr, 117 Bentwood Drive, Malaga, New Jersey. Brian Anthony Brooks, 219 Oak Avenue, Malaga, New Jersey.
You want to tell us what you're seeking?
So I'm seeking a variance for a front yard setback and a height of the whole building. What was our lot is not?
The height? Oh, the height is 18 feet, almost 19 feet, correct?
Correct.
And we allow 15 feet.
Right, so if we're talking about the pole barn,
Now that
the only thing associated with the pole barn, it's a RA zone,
is not.
and we have new regulations for pole barns. And they reduced the setbacks that you're used to seeing. This is the first application we've seen here with the new requirements. It's on page 4 of my report. So it meets all of the criteria for the new regulations with exception of height The maximum permitted height for a pole barn of this size is 15 feet. They are proposing a mean height of 18.7 feet. So that's the variance associated with the pole barn. So if you could give some testimony why it needs to be that tall, the board could then consider that variance?
So, my father had, I grew up in Tiffin, and he put a lot of work into his building, and he went as large as he could for the area that we're in, but, it always seems to run out of space. And, we, in general, want to do all this work to the property because we don't want to leave this area instead of buying a house somewhere else. So he always told me to just go as large as possible, all the rim that regularly, putting up the building once. I would like to have a building big enough for a 14-foot board because I did have with the trucks before. I had issues with fitting trucks in garage doors, and it would be nice to have that option in the future instead of having to walk on my neighbors out in the cold.
The 18, almost 19 feet is, how are we measuring this one?
This gets measured to mean height, so it's from grade to halfway between the eave and the ridge. So it ain't all the way up
So
to
it's
the
not the
top.
ceiling you're in.
No, it's, so the ridge is actually taller, 22 foot and change. But the eave is 16 feet, I think, so that would allow for an oversized garage door,
Okay.
substantially oversized.
You're not gonna do any, you're not gonna run a business out of there, are you? Just for yourself?
Plumbing, electric in it?
No.
You're gonna have electric, I'm sure.
Electric, yes.
No plumbing?
I have another question about the pole barn, if it's okay.
Yeah, sure.
How are you proposing to access this? Are you gonna put a driveway in from your existing driveway to the front of that pole barn?
Not immediately, maybe in the future, do like 3/4 stone, but, my main thing is just get the building up to start with, and on that, maybe we'll do the actual driveway. I don't have any plans for the foreseeable future, maybe we'll figure out stuff. So, like I said, if anything, we can do something just 3/4 stone.
So that leads us to a question, right? So, right. So, I'll bring it up. So why don't you tell us about the addition? I'll come back to the driveway. Tell us about the addition. There's a lot of variances associated with the addition.
So the addition is to extend our two front bedrooms and the space to put an office in the back of the house. Right now, we have 2 bedrooms. I believe it was 3 bedrooms initially. They took down the one room to make it 2 bedrooms. Our guest room right now is his office, also very small. So we're looking to extend those 2 current bedrooms and then create an office space in the house.
So there's some variances associated with this addition. So the addition itself is roughly 13.5 by 22.5, or 309 square feet. It's going to be on the front of the house. So the front yard setback is getting smaller. The minimum permitted front yard setback in the zone is 75 feet. And right now, they're at, 24 feet, 24.6 feet to the covered porch.
And this is gonna be.
And this is going to be about 7 feet closer to the road than the porch, which will end up having a front yard setback of 17.7 feet. So 17.7 feet is the variance front yard setback that's being asked for, 75 is what's required, and 24.5 is what's there now.
Yeah, so they don't meet the 75 now.
They don't meet the 75 now by a long shot, but they are substantially closer. with this proposed addition.
I don't think any of the houses in that area meet that 75-foot setback.
No. So the variance for front yard setback is 17.7 that they're requesting this evening. Now, given the extent of the development and the smaller lot size, other variances are required. There's a maximum impervious coverage variance. And right now, 15% is permitted, they're at 12%. With these two additions, it's going to be 19.8%. And if that driveway to the pole barn is put in, that's actually going to jump that number up even higher to around 23.9%.
Maybe it might be a good idea to keep it stone, right?
Yeah,
Is
as I
that-
said,
But it's
it's
figured the
stone.
same, right? Don't you calculate that the same way? The stone and the asphalt and concrete?
Typically they do, because
But
it
it's not.
usually it ends up being paved at some point in time.
We can't assume that.
Correct.
So stone is permitted, correct?
Stone is permitted.
Yeah. But the point I was making is, there's no distinction between the stone and the asphalt
Well,
when it comes to the impervious,
I guess
Right?
theoretically, the idea would be that, stone is a permeable medium for drainage, correct?
Until it gets packed down. So that's where it leaves us, right? You know,
he's gonna leave it stone.
that's fine. So a 19.8% is the variance that's associated with the impervious coverage. There's also another variance for maximum building coverage. 10% is allowed, they're at 6.3% now, and they will be at 14.1% with the addition and the pole barn. So the variance, another variance is for maximum building coverage, 14.1%. And then we've got two existing nonconformities. Lot area, 1.5 acres is required, they're 0.42. And street frontage, 150 is required, and they're at 118. So those are the handful of variances that are associated with the application for the addition and the pole barn. They're in the chart,
Just, yeah, go ahead, I'm sorry.
they're in the chart.
Yeah, I love that chart. You missed it one time last month on one of them. There's no other possible way to put the addition to the side?
And I can't put it in the back because our septic tank is there. If I were to put it to the one side of the house, it would block our driveway, and then we don't have enough space on the other side.
Well, the other side is where the pole barn's going, right?
That's going in the backyard.
Yeah, but that's where your driveway is, you would,
Correct, yeah.
and the addition is going to the other side. Or not?
It's going in out the front on the other.
Okay.
On the other side.
You got the left side and the right side looking at the house. The left side is where the pole barn's going, correct?
Correct.
And that's where your driveway eventually will be. The right side, but to the front, is where you're putting this addition.
Correct.
Which is also where the living spaces are in the house, so financially speaking, to draw off the house a little bit, or give more living space, it is a more economic way, right? Basically, redefining the whole house layout. Because if they were to go left, there's a branch from there, like where it is. So essentially, it's kind of like the easiest way to go.
You'll have a chance. Let's open it to the public now.
I make a motion, we open to the public.
Motion by Dan DeCesare, second by Richard Lacius. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained. Anyone in the public like to be heard? Please come forward.
My name is Susan Bayer.
Wait, in the microphone.
My name is Susan Bayer.
Raise your right hand, please. You swear to tell the truth, not the testimony you're gonna give. Name and address, please.
Susan Bayer, 130 Malaga Drive. I live across the street from them, that's my nephew.
So you're against this, you're against this whole thing, aren't you?
They were gonna look for another house. I would love them to stay here. Our baby's here, Everyone on our street has bumped the outlet. My house has an addition that didn't even have a permit for it in 1960. I'm out on the street. We all, if you
Anybody
drive
hear that?
down Bentwood Drive, that's what it's loaded with, a bunch coming out this way, that way, and that's the way our street is. I mean, I did variance for my mom's for that same exact porch that you're talking about. So I could see her across the street, but I really, really would like them to be able to stay and add on to this house and not to me.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else like to be heard?
I had a long time today.
Are we gonna duplicate her testimony?
Raise your right hand, please. You swear to tell the truth about the testimony you're going to give.
I did.
Name and address, please.
I'm Corinne Tenerelli, I'm Jimmy's mom. I'm the fitting garage. Bottom line, he wants a bigger garage because he's fitting in everything, and I am historical. Take pity on me. Everything is about zonings and variances, and I just wanted to teach them some differences that we went through. Building our garage, I mean, we gotta have all the brick back and things and stuff, because we are historical. But it is hard to work in a garage when you have 4x4 trucks and SUVs, and you like to do dirt bikes and things like that.
Not to interrupt you, but I don't think the problem is the garage. The problem is more the addition to the house.
Okay, so the house. As the contractor said, the living area is here, living room, kitchen. The bedroom area is over here, that's where they want to add on. To do the way that you guys want to do, everything needs to be flip-flopped.
We don't want to
do anything.
We just made a suggestion.
We're just asking.
Question.
Well, that's what I'm just saying, that's why people always pick that side of the area to move out, because that's where the bedrooms are originally, and the kitchens are in this part, and then, I don't move anything in my house, it's 120 years old, and we hold down, but
Listen, you may be surprised by the end.
why?
I can't.
Okay, are you finished with your testimony? You want them to build the
I
house?
didn't want to come up here, but yeah, but you want to say something?
Is there anyone else like to be heard?
But I do know one thing, living in the Grove, I'm gonna tell you something. We have a lot of people that don't fix up their houses and they look horrible. And when you do fix up your house and you try to make it look nice, and then everything becomes difficult, it is difficult to stay in the area. I've often said, and I hope you're not trying to a lot of people thinking, I will never live into a historical area again. Because every time I fix something in my house, somebody stares up front and they do this, but the house beside me is falling apart, and that's okay.
But we're not in Pittman, or in
I
the
know,
Grove.
but I'm just saying,
We're in
we try
Franklin
to
Township, it's not
improve-
historical,
But
so,
the idea is they're trying to improve the look of the house and make it look better.
all right, so,
I know you had it coming up, I'm sorry.
no, I'm not saying that, but Pittman is Pittman, right?
Yeah, I know.
All
I
right.
should move down here.
Anyone else like to be heard regarding this application?
I make a motion, we close the public.
Motion by Dan DeCesare, second by
Rich Iglesias.
Rich Iglesias.
Just, I had a couple questions.
The public portion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions. Go ahead, Mike.
I don't know if Dave was done, but there was a question about the sheds. I don't know if there's one or the two sheds, are they gonna be removed when you put this garage in?
We currently have one shift,
One shed?
yes. It wasn't in my plans to move that, because we purchased it for this house, and we found it nice, I'm really feeling myself, so get rid of it. I would like to keep it small, if in there.
We're not necessarily gonna tell you to remove it.
How big is it?
I'm talking about the shed I have now. Yeah, the current shed, I know it's not like that. Yeah, I know it was, we got whatever size it was, I think it was 96 square.
It was in Dave's letter, I thought we should address it, as a question.
It's a small shed.
I had one other question. You mentioned putting an office space in as well. Considering the size of your garage and the work you're talking about doing, are you in the line of work? Do you have an office, a home office for your work?
My neighbor.
So your job is outside the house?
The rest of the house is hers. I got my space in the house, my computer, my racing rig, and then the shop for working on other stuff.
Okay, so it's not related to what you do for a living?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's the only questions I have.
Okay, any more questions from the board here?
Nothing further.
I make a motion, we approve all variants.
Okay, there's a motion by Dana DeCesare. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Richard Iglesias.
Mr. Bender?
Yes.
Mr. Hamel?
Yes.
Mr. Labuda?
Yes.
Chairman Raymond?
Yes.
What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? We're not here to make things difficult on people, I'll tell you right now.
All right, I'll take it on there. I'll find out.
We're not fitting
Three more
you.
payments. Thank you.
All right, resolutions?
Yes, they're laid out well, and as far as the summary on your, agenda, I think everyone was here last month for that?
No, Rich wasn't.
Rich was not, okay. So, three gentlemen would be,
I make a motion, we approve all of the resolutions.
Motion by Dana DeCesare.
Second.
Second by Andy Hamel. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? One
Aye.
abstention, Richard Iglesias. I mean, I always ask, I guess we don't do secretary reports anymore, so it's a thing of the past.
John, we had a closed session on here, I just wanted, it'd be 10 minutes, maybe we can stay here, it might be easier, 10 minutes on a litigation update. We won't be taking any action afterward.
So we're staying here?
If we could, there's only 3 people, it might be easier.
Yeah, we adjourn,
Go out and come
adjourn the
back.
meeting then?
No, we're, a motion to go into closed session?
I make that motion.
Motion by Dana DeCesare, second by Andy Hamel.
Yeah, second, sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
You're welcome to come back in after, but they're not gonna do anything.
Motion by Dana.
Second.
Second by Rich, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion to adjourn.
I make a
Something
motion, we
else?
adjourn.
Motion. Oh, yeah, you got the one.
I make a motion to come out of executive session.
Motion by.
I second it.
Dana, second by Rich Iglesias. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bunch of legal eagles, that's what they have.